Hi, this is Matt with another mad idea. Tonight's mad idea makes use of constitutional law. Now, I'm not quite sure which amendment it is. I believe it is the Eighth Amendment that addresses the idea of cruel and unusual punishment. Now, there are many people when they see a kid on the side of the road and the judge says, "Hey, I'm a shoplifter," or whatever is the sign he has to carry. They view that as consideration unusual, possibly if he's the only one doing it. Or perhaps there are punishments that are considered cruel. For instance, many people consider the death penalty cruel. But one of the things that no one ever thinks about is that the clause is actually for cruel and unusual punishment, not or unusual punishment. So, in both cases, I believe both are constitutionally correct. You can be cruel, you can be unusual, but you cannot necessarily be both. So, what does one do when one considers the options available under these guidelines? Well, I was thinking that if we have it to where someone steals enough money, they could be eligible for the death sentence. Here's why. You see, time is money. It's a fairly simple equation. And say you have someone like Bernie Madoff. Bernie sets up his little Ponzi scheme or whatever, sucks in all these people, and here you have a guy, say Bob, and Bob puts his retirement fund into Bernie's hands. Bernie has no intention of taking Bob's money and making it grow for Bob. Bernie plans to spend his money. So, what we have here is Bob has put 40 years of money into Bernie's hands, and Bernie goes. So how does one make the decision? Well, I figure a simple equation such as minimum wage for, say, 50 years would be an equal amount to what the death penalty could be for. So, say you steal $1 million, they can give you an injection or have you sit an Old Sparky or whatever is appropriate for whatever state has the death penalty. Now, many people go, well, that's a little overboard. What about the guy who maybe stole $5 from everybody? The point is he stole that much life out of the economy, or she did. We can't forget that there are women thieves out there too. Let's also put to the idea that they would also be eligible for the same punishment. I do not like to discriminate based on sex. Thank you. So accordingly, though, here you have it, where our economy suffers under these people. The people who brought you the predatory loans in our economy that rocked our economy by taking the Freddie Mac and the other loans, putting them into their own pocket. Basically, it's theft. You know, if they've done it illegally. Now, if they didn't do illegally, they're jerks, admittedly, but they're not thieves. So, the people who did insider trading, and I believe the Skilling character out of Colorado, he would have been eligible. Now, with that in mind, cruel and unusual is the problem, right? It would be cruel to kill someone for a big enough theft, but on the other hand, it will no longer be unusual if you do it as a set rule. Once you've hit this monetary limit, you are eligible for the death penalty. Now, it's not the most pleasant of mad ideas, but it is something you can discuss.